there people, it is your boy Roman, your favorite neighborhood Russian, and welcome to a brand new video. Today, as a Russian who left Russia 2 years ago due to not wanting to in the trench somewhere in Ukraine, I would like to react to a brand new recruitment ad that was dropped by the Russian army that is just absolutely awful. Now, since the war started, I've already reacted to a couple of terrible Russian recruitment ads on this channel already. For example, when a lot of Russians started leaving the country and moving to countries like Georgia and Kazakhstan, Russia released this one of its advertisements in which essentially they portrayed the men who are trying to leave Russia and escape demobilization as sort of little effeminate boys, as opposed to, real manly men that are actually staying in the country.
Уезжаете куда?
В Грузию, не совсем.
It is a personal attack on me, what the f***? I live in Georgia. Insane, okay.
В Грузию, не совсем.
Вот и этот побежал.
У нас на работе тоже несколько мальчиков уехало.
Да, мальчики уехали, мужчины остались.
Because in that advertisement, the guy who is portrayed as the bad traitor of Russia that is leaving, he flat out says that he's actually moving to Georgia. And as you guys might know, I actually lived in Georgia for 2 years and I moved there right after the war started, so that hit me right in the feels. They truly got my liberal ass. There were also other advertisements that I reacted to. For example, there was one in which a Russian couple was flying to America and leaving Russia, and while they're on the plane, they meet like bad caricatures of gay and trans people. And there's also a moment where the entire flight is like bowing down in front of a black man for, social justice, I guess. And then at the end of the video, the couple basically jumps out of the plane, realizing that the free West is not all that cracked up to be about, and Russia is actually the greatest, and you should never leave Russia. That was essentially the message of these videos back then. But of course, apart from trying to stop Russian people from leaving Russia by making its terrible propaganda viral videos, Russia is of course also preoccupied with actually inviting people to get over and fight for Russia as a volunteer in the Z Army. And well, very recently, the Russian Ministry of Defense dropped a new recruitment propaganda video, and everybody has been talking about this non-stop, so as a Russian I just have to react to it.
Из чего же сделаны наши мужчины? Из татушек и проколотых ушек? Из иллюзий и банановых смузи сделаны наши мужчины? Из яркого грима и стримов?
Me as fuck, guys, literally. Oh my god. Look, before I comment on anything, let's just watch this till the very end, okay?
Из сладких пирожных и брендов одежных сделаны наши мужчины. Из чего сделан ты? Присоединяйся к тем, кто сделан из чести, доблести и мужества. Присоединяйся к своим.
Oh my god. Okay, look, I've already seen this one, but there's a lot to discuss. I did laugh at the very end because of the way the text is, because it says, join your own. That's basically what it says, right? And the word own in Russia, свои, they had to highlight SVO, which means специальная военная операция, special military operation. Like, this just, it is so fucking bad. It's like I'm looking at, she believed he lied type bullshit. SBEVE, you know what I'm saying? Yes, join SBEVE, join SVO. I'm going fucking insane at this point, guys, I'm sorry. So, first of all, I gotta explain, the entire idea behind this advertisement is that it's parodying or doing like a callback to a famous Soviet song, a children's song, which was called What Are Boys Made Of? Из чего же сделаны наши мальчишки? Okay, it was also a song about girls too, not just boys. Look, I didn't live in the Soviet Union, guys, give me a break. Okay, I cannot play anymore because I'm probably gonna get copyright because yes, every single Soviet song actually has a copyright holder. This is why we need communism to come back, just so I can make these videos copyright free. But yes, the original song is asking the question, what are boys, what are girls made of? So yes, and then it lists a certain number of things that our boys are made of, like things that boys like. So this video right here is asking the important question of what are Russian men really made of? And yes, they're basically telling us that if you don't join the Russian army, if you're not Z and if you don't want to die for the imperial ideas of Vladimir Putin, then you are basically a homosexual. Straight up. This is not even new for Russia either at this point, honestly. Most of the people who left Russia have to be officially declared as active homosexuals. You know what I mean, but this video is still a bit of a new level.
Из чего же сделаны наши мужчины?
I love the shot that they chose. It's like, he's Z, you know, he's a brave, tough warrior, but also, he has a teddy bear. How cute, right? A teddy bear he probably stole from somebody's house. This is a Russian soldier, you guys, an idea of a Russian soldier at least. He's in touch with his childlike spirits. The childlike spirit of committing war crimes, I guess, I don't know.
Из чего же сделаны наши мужчины? Из татушек и проколотых ушек?
Okay, let's... First of all, okay, what is the fucking problem the people who create these videos have with me? Look, I understand that I personally, you know, kind of personify the idea of a liberal sort of, you know, anti-Z traitor Russian, right? You could say. I got a bit of tattoos, I got some earrings, and now they have to come for me again, personally. First it was over living in Georgia, now it's over fucking this. Let's really digest this. So tattoos and earrings are gay, even though those are not even earrings. He has those are like, you know, tunnels.
И проколотых ушек?
Yeah, so I'm guessing eating ice cream is also gay. Again, like, fellas, is it gay to want to sit on a bench in a public park, enjoying a nice summer day and eating ice cream, instead of going and like rotting in a trench somewhere with, you know, with these jolly folk right here? Is it gay, folks? Because, I mean, it's crazy. I understand what they're trying to go for here, but it kind of almost has the opposite effect. I do want to sit on the bench and eat ice cream, as a matter of fact. What a liberal baby. I must be. Okay.
Из иллюзий и банановых смузи?
Again, so I guess what's being implied here is that he's meeting a man, that, you know, he's having a a gay date with a man. There's flowers around. Also, flowers are very bad, a very big no-no. Flowers are not straight. You know, anything generally that lives or grows is not good for Russia. Russia likes to destroy and shut things down and to prohibit things. So, you know, anything that shows life and growth, we need to destroy it. So the guy's on a date with another guy, obviously, very no-no for Russia. You know, this is not what you want to be. He has tattoos as well, of course, and he's drinking a banana smoothie. If you ask me, banana is kinda sus. Once again, a banana reminds you of a certain phallic object. By the way, I'm trying to get into the logic of the people making this stuff right now, because a lot of them, most of them happen to be people who are like hiding a lot of repressed homosexuality. There is a very big issue in Russia. You know what I mean, but this video is still a bit of a new level.
Смузи?
So once again, this is the life you should be living instead. Once again, instead of being on dates with men and drinking smoothies, you're supposed to drink tushonka out of a fucking can, sit in some rubble all fucking day long.
Сделаны наши мужчины? Из яркого грима и стримов?
Me, guys. Me as fuck. I saw that Hassan was, you know, talking shit on Twitter saying that this is supposed to be him. No. Clearly they were dissing me. Of course, I'm very relevant. But yeah, also typical streamer, painting nails, you know, makeup, and has a Ferrari, which is like kinda cool. I'd rather have a Ferrari or whatever that is, than drive a fucking ooh-ass truck. PUBG style, you know what I'm saying? But, you know, to each his own.
Из яркого грима и стримов?
He put like a taxi thing in the tank, epic humor, I guess, I don't fucking know.
Из сладких пирожных и брендов одежных?
Now, yes. This one I believe is like particularly ironic because this guy is basically shaman. I mean, am I wrong though, right? It's like, first of all, look at the belt, the pants, and like, you need to understand that somebody wrote this. Like, it's so insane to me that somebody wrote and filmed this and directed this, all by the idea of the fucking Ministry of Defense of the Russian Federation. Like, there's gotta be a point at which you're like coming up with a storyboard of a male genitalia, shown on the screen. Then you hire people to film that, to direct that, so, you hire male models for this. I'm not even asking the question of these male models, like, are they okay with being portrayed as like gay libtards or whatever in this advertisement, right? But I do think that, like, I understand that it's an ad that's meant to like make fun of gay people or whatever, but at a certain point, you gotta realize that this is just gay. Like, this is gayer than actual gay porn, maybe. And it's coming from the Russian Ministry of Defense. That is amazing. But no, look, like Shaman, the Z-Russian singer, who's loved by everybody, is like, very patriotic and traditional. He says that he doesn't wear any panties or underwear. He's always like putting stuff like microphones under his pants during performing. Why does he do that? I do not understand. And also, he kind of basically has the same drip and the same haircut, and he's like literally, Shaman is like a fan of Balenciaga. He's always wearing Balenciaga sneakers and boots and everything. Like, how is this basically not Shaman? I do not understand it. It's like, by the way, those cows, my guy has been fucking hitting the gym, Jesus Christ. But yeah, it's just really hard to comprehend for me how ironic this is. I have no words, honestly. I need to stop staring at this fucking... I need to get this blasphemy off of my screen.
Сделаны наши мужчины. Из чего сделан ты? Присоединяйся к тем, кто сделан из чести, доблести и мужества. Присоединяйся к своим.
Yes. And then it says, join the contract, Armed Forces of Russia. So, I personally find it absolutely amazing because this is essentially the deepest and, strongest idea that this video is trying to convey. If you do not join the Russian army, you're basically gay. Which, of course, in Russia is bad and basically now also illegal. Russia, upload like LGBT propaganda and everything very recently. So if you don't join the Z army, you are possibly a criminal. But yes, like, look, once again, I think if you've been following the war for the past couple of years, and I said, on my channel that I usually don't like following war stuff in particular. I usually don't follow like combat footage. I don't look at that type of stuff, but I think a lot of us, guys, through the last 2 years, we've probably all seen that one video of of like one Russian soldier topping the other off, and then a fucking, a grenade drops on them, and once again, I would rather prefer not having seen that, but look, Russia is known for being a country with a lot of repressed homosexuality, a lot of closeted people, a country that has never been very friendly to homosexuals, which obviously leads to homosexuality being treated almost like a punishment. And a lot of the times in Russia, in Russian prison, and also specifically in the Russian army too, there's a lot of, male sexual harassment happening and all sorts of things like that, not very nice things. The way the personal relationships in the Russian army work is almost kind of like a prison. Нет, я не буду эту шутку делать. I wanted to make a joke, but, I just thought of it, and no, I'm not. I'm probably gonna get jailed for it. So look, sexual violence between men and, things like these are pretty common in the Russian army, even in the conscript army, which is actually not taking part in any wars and is just stationed somewhere. And then they go and make this very, very gay video in which they're showing, they're showing like male private parts and men's like lips and, whatever, painted nails in the very utmost closest detail. And once again, it's just, you're not really helping your case here. You're not beating the gay allegations. And the funniest thing is that your advertisement is trying to make fun of gay people, but yet it's the gayest thing I think I've ever seen. I honestly do not really understand who this is supposed to be aimed at, because to me, the dichotomy between these two, different lifestyles that is shown in this video that I really see is the dichotomy between having a normal, healthy, productive life versus being a pawn in a giant fucking geopolitical game where you're basically used as cannon fodder for the interests of like some moron. And you might think you're like saving your country from, the Nazi West or whatever, but in general, you are just, a disposable slave, essentially. In fact, guys, I do think it is kind of fruity to be under like order of other men, just personally. There's no men that are ordering me around and telling me what to do all day, because I don't listen to what a man has to say because, I don't swing that way. You know what I'm saying? Rather than, compared to being in the armed forces where you have to be commanded by other men all day, that's kind of sus to me. Come on. I'm sorry guys, I'm obviously not being serious, like, but you know, at this point, these videos, these viral sort of ads that they're trying to run to target certain issues in the Russian society, or to just to try to call people to not leave the country or to join the army, most of the time they're just so fucking bad, they miss the mark so bad, and they just show, once again, how truly, like, absolutely childishly sarcastic and negligent sort of Russian propaganda really is. Like, it really feels like there's like a 13-year-old coming up with these videos somewhere. Because once again, I refuse to believe that grown men in the Ministry of Defense sat down and came up with that. And once again, I'm not exactly sure how many people you are convincing to join the army and to get blown up in the trench somewhere just because, you know, if you don't join the army, you are gay. And you're not a real man according to Russia's standards. Well, guess what? I don't give a shit about conforming to Russia's standards of what being a man really is. I want to live my life, I want to be decent to the people around me, and I want to be, you know, not a negative force in this world specifically. That's what I want to do. And that to me also includes, you know, not partaking in, you know, huge conquests of land, you know, not dropping bombs on people and not shooting people. That's just what, you know, being a human and a man means to me personally, but I guess Russia has a different interpretation, so perhaps maybe that's why I ended up leaving it. So yes, guys, I hope that this video convinced you that, you know, joining the Russian army is the best way to save your masculinity and to show it to others. And also, of course, obviously, Vladimir Putin has recently, you know, signed that law saying that, you know, foreigners and conservatives from the West should come over to Russia if they feel threatened by the woke West. There you go, guys. This is perfect. In the woke West, you feel like your life is threatened because of a certain group of people having actual human rights now. And in Russia, well, they mobilize you and then they say the reason that they did that to you is so that you don't turn gay or something. I guess. Have fun, guys. But I'm just personally not interested. But yes, guys, I guess this is going to be pretty much it for today's video, though. I just really had to make a reaction to this one particular advertisement recruitment video because people have been messaging me about it and saying, like, Roman, you have to react to it. So here it is. I hope you're happy. And if you hope that it would convince me to join the Russian army, it did not. I will continue to be woke, tattooed, and have earrings in my ear, and there is nothing that you can do about it. But yes, guys, thank you so much for watching. Once again, slap the like on this video if you did enjoy it, subscribe to this channel if you're new, and also, if you guys enjoy what I do and if you guys would like to support me financially, then go over to the link down in the description and become a YouTube member. It is basically like YouTube's own version of Patreon. It's the best way to support me. It's a monthly donation kind of thing. Or you can also do a super thanks underneath this video for a one-time donation. And yeah, guys, that's it for today's video, and I will see you in the next one. Peace.